What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another episode of Today in the NA. I'm your host, Brandon Hofstra. We're down to 8 teams in the race to take the Robertson Cup championship. We'll break down the divisional matchups in today's show, and outside of that, we'll take a look at the latest NCAA commitments. Springfield veteran blue liner Andrew Schultz will be playing for Aurora University in the fall. The defenseman and assistant captain from Dexter, Michigan, wrapped up his junior career in Springfield, playing in his third consecutive season in the NAHL and with the Junior Blues. Schultz played all 60 games this regular season and recorded a pair of goals and 15 points. Over the course of his career, Andrew played in 161 NAHL regular season games and 3 Robertson Cup playoff games. Another blue liner from the Midwest Division is committed to play college hockey as Kenai River's Blake Norris will join the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point next year. Native to Warroad, Minnesota, Norris joins the Brown Bears to close out his third year of junior hockey after playing in the SJHL for the previous 2 seasons. In 59 games played for the Alaskan club, Blake recorded 2 goals and 14 assists. North Iowa's captain will be off to college to continue his hockey career. NA3HL alum and age-out forward Blake Olve announced he will be playing for St. Norbert College in the fall. Olve's junior career began with the Mason City Toros in the 2021-22 campaign for a 10-game stint and 5 appearances in the 2022 Frazier Cup playoffs. Since, Blake has played 2 consecutive years for the Bulls, amassing 45 points in exactly 100 career NAHL games. Chippewa Steel forward Matthew Grannon made his commitment to play at Bethel University in Minnesota. Grannon completed his second full season with the Steel, making his debut in the 2021-22 season as an affiliate. In the past 2 seasons with Chippewa, Matthew has combined for 21 points in 92 regular season games. He'll be playing alongside El Paso's Luke Lindsay, who is also committed to play at Bethel. We round out today's commitments with a pair of NCHC commits from the Minot Minotauros. Defenseman Colby W announced he will be playing at Western Michigan University under Pat Ferschweiler. The Fort Worth, Texas native has produced at a record-setting pace from the blue line for Minot, tallying a franchise record 18 goals for the club in 57 games. Wook also sits 3rd on the roster with a plus 24 rating and 5th in points with 39. He becomes the 3rd NAHLer committed to the Broncos. His teammate and captain Trevor S will be facing off against Colby as he's made his commitment to play for the University of Minnesota Duluth. Trevor is playing in his 4th and final season for the Minotauros and has been producing at a high level for the past 3 seasons. In 59 games for the Central Division champions, Stohoyak tallied 14 goals and 32 assists. Over the course of his 4-year career with Minot, Trevor has played in 217 regular season games, also setting a franchise record. 8 teams remain, 4 will make it further as we take a look at the bracket here to move on to Blaine, Minnesota. Let's preview the playoffs here as we're in the divisional matchups for the Robertson Cup. In the Central, the top-seeded Minot Minotauros take on the Bismarck Bobcats as it's an in-state rivalry for the Central Division title. The Minotauros could not be hotter as they steamrolled the Austin Bruins in the division semifinals as Minot outscored Austin 19-3 in a 3-game sweep. It was a harder road, though, for the Bismarck Bobcats in round 1 as they needed all 5 games to dispatch the Aberdeen Wings. Minot is looking to reach the Robertson Cup for the first time since 2018, while Bismarck is looking for their first appearance since 2016. In the East Division, it's a rematch of last year's East Division final between Maryland and Maine, and the 3rd time in the last 4 years this has been the East Final. Maryland swept New Jersey in the division semifinal, and Dimitri Kebrew and Jeremy Tremblay led the way with 5 points for the Black Bears. After winning the first 2 games at home, Maine dropped both games in Rochester, forcing a Game 5 at the Colisee on Monday. After falling behind 1-0, Zion Green scored in the 3rd and notched the game-winning goal in overtime to lift the Nordiques to the next round. In the Midwest, it will be Anchorage looking to return to Blaine for the 2nd time in their 3-year history, while Wisconsin will try to punch their ticket to Blaine for the very first time. Anchorage needed 4 games to dispatch the Minnesota Wilderness. Tyler Hennon and Fyodor Nikolania led the offense with 5 points each. It was an easier path for the Wendigo as not only did they stay in state, but they just needed 3 games to ground the Jets. Everett Patilla had 4 points for the Wendigo, while Jacob Jastrepski and Max Martin both gathered 3 points for the Wendigo. Finally, we check out the South Division where the Lone Star Brahmas and Shreveport Mudbugs renew their rivalry tonight at the Shoebox with the right to go to Blaine on the line. Lone Star took down New Mexico in 4 games as Ivan Zadvornuk posted 6 points in the 4-game series. The Mudbugs had to play a 5-game series to get rid of those pesky El Paso Rhinos. Colin Vassallo and Kion Haldenby each registered 3 goals and 7 points in the series. These 2 teams have combined to win 3 of the last 6 Robertson Cup championships. Of the 8 teams remaining, only 3 have won a Robertson Cup before. Shreveport, the most recent in the 2021 and 2019 seasons. Lone Star took home the Cup in 2017, and Bismarck won their only title in 2010. Will a team add to their collection, or will the Robertson Cup call a new place home this offseason? Tune into NA TV to find out. Don't forget, you can watch all the action all season and all weekend long, and we'll see who's going to fill in these Final 4 spots to move on to Blaine, Minnesota in the following weeks. Again, stay up to date with everything on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube page. Until next time, I'm Brandon Hofstra. Thanks for watching Today in the NA.